It was a cool June television morning at my office. Morning coffee, a pill for each malfunction, detected, reports and complaints, usual stuff, morning papers, skip to the crossword section.
That's all I remember.
Swirls of dust, caught visible within the streaks of morning light on its path, from the window to my desk just as it was supposed to be. All that is carefully arranged to appear random and spontaneous, to set me in a certain mood. That kind of mood carefully chosen by the producers of the show to represent the exact kind of cool June morning. And the exact kind of guy like me.
That's all I remember.
What do we got here? The invention of the light in space. Big thing. Lots of work involved there. The planets were cooling off, right about time. This unknown galaxy, right across my desk, seemed so remote, but somehow all fit within the frame, with the proper choice of lenses and practical effects. This remote galaxy, I'll name it later. The phone is ringing. Who dares? Cut to the title. All set for the opening intro. The orchestra is waiting in the wind. The conductor raised her arms and froze abruptly, every muscle tight with anticipation. It's exactly 8 o'clock. I am sitting in the iced tea parlor. The hologram of David Bowie is passing by the window, sure as Halley's Comet. I knew I was in that song, waving and shaking and looking so fine. And then the waiter arrived, and I lost my thoughts on that. Still waiting for my tea to get warm. Actually, it was a stupid idea to come to the Counter Clockwork Bar as a starting point. Did I miss something? My job is, I'm an old-fashioned, tailored private gumshoe, the one with a bad temper and a good nose for problems. That's my brief description of the program schedule. I also advertise the mattresses. You know that one.
Sleeping on a silky
is like sleeping on a cloud.
Is beyond compare.
What a magic mattress. And the rest I don't remember. You can watch me every Friday after midnight on Channel 2. Midnight TV sale. That pays the bills. Anyway, did I miss something? Let me introduce myself properly. I am a metaphysical noir detective solving vases on the cosmic scale. Did I say vases? Should we repeat this one? I got some ChatGPT in my head doing all the math and hard work. They call it assistant. Just another buzzer in my head. I swear it took over my brain and scaled me down on its digital birdcage. But I can't put my finger on it. No tangible evidence. No case. It's too complicated to talk about this over the phone. I don't like phones. I don't like to be surprised like that. I don't like being a voice, hearing voices. It interrupts me badly. Anyway, my last assignment was the case of the time offset gang. A glitchers, if you like. nasty occurrence. That's how we call it in our job. It all started that day I put my bet on a wrong propellotron that rained down the bolts and wires over the stadium before it hit the score panel. Broken technology, dead as a dead metaphor. Their unpredictability raises the high stakes. So I walked down the alley of some glorified garbage from the previous era, and my assistant, ridden with some data virus, is calculating loudly and predicting my every next move or thought. It's hard to read a book with such a loud roommate. So I stopped at Harlan's for a soothing, but rather numbing glass of Moog Indigo. It's my favorite choice of liquid music, so it's just me and Bart the bartender, when suddenly... The next thing you know, well, I don't know exactly what happened, but that's what I'm talking about. The time offset gang. Kind of landslide, but in time. Well, those things don't just happen by themselves. Someone must have been involved. Notice something unusual, Bart? No. After the shutdown, the computer in my head reported the bug and returned to the factory settings. I lost all my archives at once. Maybe there is something left in the cloud, but the password went along too. Right out the windows, right? So what could I do but order another shot of Siberia Moog Individuo to go? The day was a melting hot pot of pudding, and I am thermo-intolerant. But I'm not paid for the weather broadcast, so mind your own business. Get yourself a life. Anyway, I'm not talking to you. It's the voice in my head talking to me. So if you can read my thoughts, shame on you. Anyway, I get myself to the office, seal it from the outside world, and go offline.
It's burning. It's burning through the snow.